A man frequently heard strange noises coming from his rooftop. When he finally investigated, he discovered a nest of tiny babies that looked like mice. They appeared to have been born only recently, as their eyes were still closed. Seeing that the little creatures had lost their mother, the couple decided to take them all in. Although they were unsure whether the babies could survive, they knew they would have no chance without proper care. From that day on, the husband and wife took turns feeding them every day. Only after they were full and comfortable would the tiny animals slowly fall asleep. Because there were so many of them, a few would always cry loudly through the night, leaving the exhausted couple with dark circles under their eyes. At first, they assumed the babies were simply a litter of mice, but after several days of observation, they began to suspect the animals were something far more unusual. To help them grow better, the man specially built a transparent nest so the babies could feel the warmth of sunlight even before opening their eyes. They had distinctive markings around their eyes that resembled those of pandas, making them unexpectedly adorable. Perhaps because they lacked their mother's warmth and protection, the little ones constantly huddled together for comfort. Soon, two of them opened their eyes first. They were noticeably stronger than the others, but also seemed frightened by the unfamiliar world around them. Whenever the wife approached, they would instinctively hide, as if afraid of being harmed. Fortunately, she was incredibly patient. Not only did she interact with them every day, but she also used food to slowly build trust and closeness. Before long, the remaining babies opened their eyes as well. Thanks to the earlier experience, they quickly adapted to human care. To help them fully integrate into the family, the couple even bought climbing structures complete with soft little nests where they could rest after playing. Surrounded by constant affection and endless treats, the tiny animals gradually became completely attached to the couple, chirping noisily every day whenever they wanted food. However, feeding such a large group was far from easy. The couple worried the babies might choke if allowed to drink freely, so they carefully designed a special feeding device. Not only did this make feeding more manageable, but it also helped the young animals learn independence, an important skill for surviving in the wild someday. In what felt like the blink of an eye, the little creatures grew up. Every day, they would cling to the man asking for milk. Hoping to help them adapt to outdoor life as quickly as possible, he built a sunroom in the backyard where they could experience a more natural environment. Perhaps because they had been cared for so well, the animals soon grew into chubby, healthy adults. Realizing the time had come to say goodbye, the couple visited them countless times on the final evening before releasing them back into nature. They assumed they would never meet again. Yet, only a few days later, the familiar little animals reappeared outside the window. When the man opened the door to greet them, the creatures cautiously approached. Though they clearly remembered the kindness they had received, they still kept a respectful distance, as wild animals naturally do. Understanding their intentions, the man quietly offered them a few biscuits. From then on, the little visitors would occasionally return for food, becoming familiar strangers who shared a unique bond with the couple. Perhaps this is the most beautiful kind of relationship humans and animals can have. Even in the end, however, nobody could figure out exactly what kind of adorable animal they truly were.